Hey, what it do, sports world, and welcome to the Real Untouchable podcast with me, Ray Diggs. I got a great segment for you all. I want to talk about WBC, IBF, WBO, welterweight champion of the world, Terence Bud Crawford. He's the undisputed champion at 147. As you all know, he's just coming up off a hell of a stoppage of Errol Spence Jr. in his last fight. And now he's chasing after the 154-pound unified championship right now. But listen, before I get started, make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the share button. Okay. And make sure y'all give me your feedback on what you all think about this segment. But let's talk about Terence Bud Crawford and why I think that Terence Bud Crawford's path to undisputed is better and harder than Floyd Mayweather. What do I mean by this? Okay. This is what I mean. First of all, Terence Bud Crawford come in at 40-0, 31 knockouts. Okay. His last 10 fights has been straight knockouts. Okay. He's been stopping everybody. Okay. His last fight that wasn't a knockout was basically Felix Diaz, which was in 2017. That was the last fight that wasn't a knockout. So this is what this dude has been doing. This dude right here is one of the most complete fighters that I have ever seen. Why do I think that Terence Bud Crawford path to undisputed is harder? First of all, he was undisputed at 140 as well. Now he's undisputed at 147. Now he's getting ready to move up to 154. Why do I think his is really harder than Floyd Mayweather? I'll tell you, it's simple. I won't drag this episode or nothing. I'm just gonna talk about facts. Terence Bud Crawford had to go through all types of loopholes to get to undisputed. First of all, when he first moved up to 147, okay, nobody wanted to give him a chance. Okay, Jeff Horn was just not coming off of a hell of a matchup with Manny Pacquiao. He had just beat Manny Pacquiao, whether it was a controversial fight, but he beat him. Okay, he beat him, TKO. That's how he got the WBO belt. If PBC would have gotten their hands on that, if the PBC would have gotten their hands on that WBO championship, I do not think they would have gave Terence Bud Crawford a matchup with the. I don't think the Terence Bud Crawford matchup with Errol Spence ever happened. Errol Spence knew that by Errol Spence Jr. knew that by Terence Crawford going out and getting that WBO belt, that he would have to see him if he wanted to be undisputed. And that's when all hell broke loose. Okay, PBC pretty much they did not want Terence Bud Crawford nowhere near their fighters. So when he fought against Jose Benavidez at the time was 27-0. You can say what you want to say about his leg or whatever, but he was 27-0. He was undefeated. Came in, Terence Bud Crawford stopped him. He fought against Amir Khan. He stopped him. Okay, Kivilovs, he stopped him. And at the time, this kid right here was 21-0. He had one draw as well. Then he faced against Kell Brook, TKO. Sean Porter, TKO. And like I said, this kid right here has been pretty much dominating his opponents. And if you look at it, PBC did not want Terence Bud Crawford fighting against none of their fighters. That's the reason why they were so happy that he was across the street. And it really makes me mad when I look at Bob Arum. Bob Arum had one of the best fighters in the world, and he did not want to promote him. This dude right here said that Terence Bud Crawford needs to learn how to be a promoter. He needs to learn how to promote. But Bob Arum, that's your job. You're the promotion. It's your company. You should be the one that's putting up the money to promote him. He shouldn't have to go out his way to promote a fight. Like, you should be the one that's putting money behind him to promote, just like you did for who? Like you did for the Oscar De La Hoya, like you did for the Vasinka Lomachenko. You did this for these fighters. So why didn't you put the same money behind Terence Bud Crawford? You had the best fighter in the world. And the one thing that you could not do is you couldn't even come to an understanding with PBC for the Errol Spence fight. So what did Terence Bud Crawford do? He had to become a free agent. Then he went out and negotiate his own contract. And I'm sure that PBC did not want Terence Bud Crawford nowhere near Errol Spence. But Errol Spence wanted that fight because he knew that he had to beat Crawford to become undisputed. And that is the fight that messed everything up. That is the fight that ruined PBC. And I'm gonna tell y'all how it ruined it. because PBC was hoping that Errol Spence Jr. won that fight. Because if he became undisputed at 147, then Errol Spence Jr. wasn't going to go to 154 because his friend is at 154. What Errol Spence Jr. would have did was he would have went from 147 to 160. And who would he would have fought at 160? Canelo would have came down to 160, and it would have been a super fight between Errol Spence Jr. and Canelo Alvarez. I think that the fight probably would have been maybe at 162, 164, maybe. Because Canelo, I don't think Canelo would have came down to 160, but maybe he comes down to 160 and that's the mega payday. That's why I say Terence Bud Crawford pretty much ruined it for everybody. When I look at Floyd Mayweather's career, I don't see Floyd Mayweather ruined it for nobody. I don't see he ruined nothing. And when I look at Terence Bud Crawford is more dominant as the champion at 36 years old. Floyd at 36 wasn't knocking anybody out. He was just outboxing everybody. Now, the pretty boy Floyd was knocking people out. But the older he got, he was so smart. And he just got in the ring and dominated you, over 12 rounds. Terence Bud Crawford is a more dominant champion than Floyd Mayweather was. And his path was harder because everybody wants to try to put up a roadblock for Terence Bud Crawford. They do not want this dude nowhere near their boxer. Think about Fundora. Fundura's promoter and his trainer pretty much said that in their press conference, that they do not want that fighter nowhere near this dude. They don't even want to discuss a possible fight because they said Fundora won't be ready until November, December timeframe. But Saudi Arabia wants them to go ahead on and negotiate a fight. They said, no, we won't even want to talk about Terence Bud Crawford. That tells you right there. And then I hear people talking about, oh, what about Jaron Boot Enos? That is a lose-lose situation for Terence Bud Crawford. Because if he come in and he beat the brakes off of, if he comes in that fight and he beat the brakes off of Boots Enos, I think everybody's gonna be like, man, Boots young. Boots ain't fought nobody. Yeah, it's gonna be just like Canelo when Canelo fought against Floyd Mayweather. That was the fight that made Canelo a name, but it was really a lose-lose for Floyd Mayweather because everybody be like, yeah, he beat Canelo, but Canelo was young then. And that's why I'm looking at the fight with Terence Boots Enos against Bud Crawford. Why would he fight him now? Why would he fight him at this point right now? Because we already know what the fans are gonna say, what the media is gonna say. Boots is not ready. Boots need to go out there and he need to fight against some champions at 147. He might need to, at 147, he need to dominate, clean out the entire division, and maybe he can get Terence Bud Crawford at 154. But right now, I just don't see a reason why Bud would face Boot Enos right now. Forget the fans. We know the fans are going to cry anyway. The fans want to say that, oh, and then it's not the fans. It's more of Spence fans. The Spence fans that's mad that Bud Crawford pretty much beat the brakes off of their boxer. Now they want to jump over there on the Boots train, okay? Because they need somebody, they need some get back because they fighter didn't want to get his get back. So they need another fighter to come in and get the get back for him. And that's what I say, I'm looking at Terence. That's why Terence Bud Crawford, to me, is one of the greatest of all time because I'm looking at it like this dude went in there and beat the brakes off of one of everybody, a lot of people favorite fighter. Now they want to jump on the Boots train. Then Boots go over there to Eddie Hearn. Can Eddie Hearn make this fight happen? I think that if they put up $25 million for Boots Enos, for Boots versus Terence Crawford, I think that the fight can be made. But I will say this right here, and you heard it here first. I honestly feel that Terence Crawford is on another level. I feel like he's on another level when it comes to him and Boots. Everybody talk about how good Boots move, but look at the fighters that Boots is fighting. We're talking about C-level fighters. Terence Crawford has done this against B+, A+ fighters. So you're gonna tell me, okay, this kid right here can do this to a fighter like Boots? Like Bud Crawford. I just don't see it. I honestly feel like Boots will get dominated by Terence Bud Crawford. Okay, and that's why I say when you look at the path, and then Floyd Mayweather, I feel like this right here was a hater move for him to say that Terence Bud Crawford should fight against David Benavidez, knowing damn well that he wouldn't fight against a big fighter like David Benavidez. That's like him moving up fighting against Andre Ward in Andre Ward's prime days. He wouldn't even thought about facing Andre Ward in his prime days because honestly, Andre Ward would have beat the brakes off of Floyd, just being real. You know, so why would you tell David Benavidez? Why would you tell Terence Bud Crawford that he should move up and face against a big fighter like that? So, but in the end, I just feel like Floyd Mayweather know that this kid Terence Bud Crawford is dangerous to his legacy. He's not even dangerous to his legacy. He's just the greatest of his generation. Okay, he is the new era of fighters. And I honestly think that Terence Bud Crawford at 36 years old, he'll be 37 in September. Okay. I think that I give him maybe 39, 40. I think Terence Bud Crawford will pretty much hang it up after that if he can't get these fights. Because, like I said, these fighters are honestly, I think these fighters are scared. And he's got his lawyers working overtime. They pretty much trying to force Fondura to be their champion in recess. And then if they can do that, then that right there mean that he'll get a chance at the unified titles, maybe against Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu meet up for the unified titles. And then you know what just happened? You just gave Terence Bud Crawford the titles at 154. That means that whoever wants to be undefeated will have to go against Bud Crawford if they want to be undisputed. And that's just what I think, man. That's gonna be a hell of a. This thing is crazy, man. But well, y'all let me know what y'all think, man, about this Terence Bud Crawford situation. And is the best? Is his path to undisputed was better and harder than Floyd Mayweather? I just think it is, because I think that it's harder because it's hard when you have everybody blocking you. You see, Floyd didn't have nobody blocking him. You know, people, you know, they want to fight Floyd? Maybe not, but they would fight. Okay. With Terence Bud Crawford, I just think people really fear him. Errol Spence didn't fear him, but I think with him beating the brakes off of Errol Spence the way he did, that did not do him any good, because these fighters really now are really scared to face Terence Bud Crawford. And that's just my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this segment. Let me know what y'all think about Terence Boots Enos versus Terence Crawford. Will this fight ever happen? And who's next for Terence Bud Crawford, okay, in his quest to become the 154-pound undisputed champion? But hey, make sure y'all have a safe week, man. Make sure y'all don't drink and drive. Make sure y'all don't do drugs. Make sure y'all do the right thing, okay? Hey, be great, dream big. Let's stay humble, y'all. Until next time, y'all have a great week. Peace.